What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Return to Glory series with Marseille. This is episode number 6, and as we run through the fixtures that you'll see in today's episode, Brighton in the Europa League, as we round off a horrible Europa League campaign, will then face league games against Clermont Foot, Montpellier, Grenoble in the Cup, and Strasbourg. Like I said, the Europa League campaign has been a shocker. We have rotated massively in that competition, but going into the final game against Brighton, it is guaranteed that we will finish bottom. So we will rotate again massively because the league is our focus. That is the aim of this returning to glory series. We want to win the league, so domestic football will take the priority. But as you can see already, we are 14 points adrift of PSG. We haven't been too bad this season in the league, but PSG have been almost faultless, winning all but one of their games. So it almost looks likely that we won't be able to complete the challenge in season 1. However, we will keep smashing through it. And look, it's not over until it's over. But before we can focus on the league, we have to get this game out of the way. And it is Brighton on the south coast of England in the Europa League. And, well, what a job De Zerbi is doing. I mean, there's recent talks of him potentially going to Real Madrid. Yeah, look, I honestly thought that De Zerbi might be the predecessor for Guardiola when he leaves, because I know Guardiola is a big fan of him. And he's clearly shown that he can take a team to the top level. Time and time again, Brighton would lose their key players, lost their manager and Potter, and they improved, but De Zerbi took them to another level. They took them to the Europa League. They're doing really well in the Europa League. They're doing well in the league as well, and they play beautiful football. So it's not surprising that De Zerbi's name is highly sought after, but the Seagulls will be looking to hold on to their Italian manager. Well, going into this game, I was actually expecting, to be battered. Brighton trying to secure a top 2 position and a knockout place in the next round, whilst we already are bottom and rotate the side. This was probably our best game in the Europa League group stage. Despite a quick flurry from Brighton in the opening few minutes, where our keeper had to make 4 or 5 saves straight away, we actually grew into the game and created plenty of chances. But we didn't take those chances, and we would be punished. The Seagulls grabbing a brace, substitute Ansu Fati grabbing 2 goals in the last 5 minutes to break our hearts and to round off what was an awful Europa League campaign. 0 wins, 2 draws, 4 defeats. 2 of those draws came in the first 3 games as well. So I thought, you know what, it's not too bad right now. But then we lost 3 straight to confirm that we will finish bottom of that group. And now we can just focus on the league. Yes, we are in the cup as well, the French cup, but the league is our priority. And we are 5th right now, facing Clermont Foot, who are a few positions below us. This should be a game that we win. We want to try and find some consistency now and at least secure a top 3 or top 4 position if we aren't going to win the league in the first season. We want to try and finish as high up as we can to give us a bigger budget to bring in good players, so then we can try and win the league next year. Well, it would be a fully rotated side back to our recognised 11, and Aubameyang would have a really good chance 6 minutes in, and that would actually basically be the only chance of the game. The forward had a half chance here in injury time in the second half, but the shot was saved, and it's 2 points dropped. We draw 0-0 with Clermont Foot, and another result where we've dropped points. We should have. After that early chance, I thought, okay, we're gonna crack on here. We haven't scored early, but we will get we'll probably get the win, but we haven't. And yeah, looking at the board's confidence, 61 rating already. It's not looking good, is it? But we have to just keep winning. We have to keep trying to perform. They want some of the objectives. They want us to get 5 away clean sheets in a row. I mean, in this game, do they not know I can't defend? It's just not possible. And as we look at the league table here, we are 16 points off a top spot. It's looking rough already. As we head into the third game of the episode, the second league game, and it is Montpellier, another side who are around us in the league, but one that we want to try and grab a result in once again. The side isn't playing too badly. I'm just not happy with my goalkeeping situation. I don't know if it's me or if it is Pau Lopez, but I think he's letting in so many goals that he should be saving. So I think in January, that is something I'm going to look at. I'm going to try and bring in a goalkeeper and see if that will improve our fortunes. He did keep a clean sheet in the last game, but I just don't think he's been good enough personally. And then going forward, I think our attack's been pretty decent. Aubameyang's up there in the top 2 goal scorers in the league this season. Could probably see more from our wingers. Elise, Harriet, Sarr could probably do better. But I think overall it's not too bad. Correa's been decent in the cam spot. I think our depth isn't fantastic as well, though. Ndiaye has been awful. I might look to sell him either in January or in the summer. And just build the squad better for the second season. Well, we would have a couple of both teams would have a couple of chances, but we would dominate this one, and we would eventually find the go-ahead goal. Harit scoring in the 65th minute. Keeper getting a good hand to this, but Amine grabs his second goal, just his second league goal, although he hasn't been starting many of the games. We grab a really vital opener, and then Sarr would find Vitinha, who would have men in the middle, and Jordan Veretout, who scored twice in the last episode, looking to add to those goals. His shot was saved though, and then from the corner, and Mbemba's header should do better with this actually, the centre-back, and we can't add to our 1-0 lead. And are we going to be punished? Montpellier looking to counter down the right-hand side. Matondo, what can he do here? He crosses it in to Cilia, he chests it down, and Cilia, wow. Well, we were punished. 87th minute, and Montpellier grab an equaliser against the run of play, but it doesn't matter. If you don't take your chances, you will be punished. And unfortunately, we can't add to the one goal we got. And it looks like it's going to be more points dropped. Another draw, another game where we haven't won. I can't fault Lopez for that one. It was just a great finish. Perhaps Klaus could have closed him down, but it's not a good goal to concede, and so late on as well. I would have hoped that we could have seen that game out, but we don't, and it's back-to-back draws in the league, with Montpellier grabbing a late equaliser. And once again, more points dropped. We are 5th still, but on 30 points now, and 18 adrift of PSG. 16 wins from 17, to be fair. That was going to be almost impossible to compete with. But we're falling adrift from the teams that are above us there as well, as we now head into the French Cup, which the board want us to win. I wouldn't mind winning a cup competition, of course. And we face Grenoble, who are in Ligue 2. They are 13th right now. So a game that we should be winning. But with this Marseille team, who knows? Who knows? Aubameyang comes to us and says, look, boss, I'm not happy being subbed off when the game is so tightly contested. The only reason I did that was because he was knackered and he needed to come off. Aubameyang's been fantastic this season, so I wouldn't do that if I didn't have to do it, but I understand his frustration. Sebastian Fournier, the Youth Academy graduate, we convert him to a cam from left mid, but his rating doesn't go up. And then Rongier actually comes to us, the captain of the club, and says that the atmosphere isn't great in the dressing room right now. They just think that I'm focused on success and nothing more. Look, yes, success is my focus. That is the goal of this objective, of course. But it's not good that the players aren't behind me right now, and we are struggling in this season 1 with Marseille. So I look to make a change. Gay went to Lazio. We agreed that deal in the last episode. So this was quite a tactical move, because with him going there, we then recall Guendouzi, who was on loan at Lazio. We recall him to the squad, an 81 rated midfielder. He is quality, and I'm glad to have him now back in the squad. And we have a £15 million budget, or €15 million budget, sorry. As I might look, like I said, for a goalkeeper if I can find a decent replacement for Lopez. We do reject an offer though from fellow French side Monaco for Ruben Blanco, our backup goalkeeper. Won't be accepting that deal. As we head into the cup game against Grenoble, and we change of formation as well, 4-3-2-1, bit of a mix-up. We make some changes in personnel as well. Guendouzi is in the squad. Correa playing up top with Sarr and Harit either side of him. We make plenty of changes. We should be winning this game, but it's a rotated side, but it's still a strong side. Well, 10 minutes in, Correa would be bursting into the box. He squares it back to Veretout, whose shot hits the post. Unfortunate there. Before Grenoble would go down the other end, but Pau Lopez is on his toes quickly to snuff out that opportunity. Guendouzi looking for his first goal. Now he's back with Marseille, but his shot is well saved. Before the host, just before the half an hour mark, would get a surprise lead. Joseph giving them a 1-0 lead, and then just 3 minutes later, he has his and their second goal of the game. And Grenoble are looking for a cup set here, and we are on the ropes, but from kickoff, we work it down into the box well, and then Sarr gets a cut back, and he can't miss. He doesn't miss, and he makes it 2-1 before he finds Correa just a couple minutes later. And this game has been crazy. Correa makes it 2-2. Now 4 goals in 9 in-game minutes, which is about 30 seconds in real life. Crazy, crazy scenes. We were down 2. We're now level. And on the stroke of half-time, Lodi finds Saar with another cutback. And, well, Grenoble had the chance to make it 3-2 to them. They hit the post. We go down the other end. And we do get the 5th goal of the game. And at half-time, it is relentless here. We lead 3-2. And now going into the second half, a shot is well saved. It forced out for a corner. Lodi delivers. And the first header goes more up than out. And then Berlerdi would grab his first goal of the season, heading home, and we have a 2-goal cushion, which should be enough to see this one out. Kondogbia's header late on goes over the bar, but it matters not. We come from 2 goals behind to stop a shock defeat at Grenoble, and we win 4-2 to secure our place in the next round of the Cup. A nervy one, that one, but we eventually got the result there in the end. And before we head into the 5th and final game of the episode, we'll be looking at a goalkeeper that I looked at a few options for goalkeepers, and Bryce Samba, the former Nottingham Forest shot stopper, now at Lens, looks like a good replacement for me. He knows the league well. He's decent, 29 years old, 82 rated. We actually offer a swap deal. I was looking to offload Paul Lopez and not have to spend so much money. The Lens are basically like, yeah, I'm happy to bring in Lopez, but we need some money as well. We go back and forth on the price. We eventually agree on, what do we agree on? 9.9 and a quarter, is it? Paul Lopez plus, they wanted 9.8. So we were getting closer, but as you see in the top right, the tension is only going up slightly, so they're happy for this deal to get done. We then go in with a 9.5 million euro offer plus Paul Lopez for Bryce Samba, and we eventually agree to a deal. So Lopez will be going to Lens with 9.5 million euros. Bryce Samba will be heading to Marseille, and I've identified my goalie as a real serious issue. So I'm hoping now bringing in Bryce Samba solves. No, it's not going to solve everything. He's not just going to keep 15 clean sheets in a row, but I hope that he just gives me a bit of confidence, because I had no confidence in Paul Lopez every time an opposition went through one-on-one or had a shot. I felt like it was going to go in no matter where they were. And so you can see there, we are 8 points ahead of Lens, where we've just swapped goalkeepers. So Bryce Samba making the move up. And despite Lens actually being in the Champions League this season, he agrees to move to Marseille. As we head into the 5th and final game of the episode, and it is Strasbourg at home. We drew at home in the only other home game in this episode against Clermont Foot. So let's hope that we can end this episode with a victory. Well, in the early stages, a shot is well saved from the edge of the box. And then Mbemba would hit the bar with a header. Lodi's deliveries are fantastic. I mean, I feel like I've got corners nailed down. I seem to score quite a few. Mbemba, unfortunately, not to score there, but we would open the scoring. Who else but Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Cross comes into the box. The Strasbourg defender heads it more up than out, and then Aubameyang heads it into the far corner to grab what is his 14th league goal in 18 games. So goal scoring has not been too bad, although if you take Aubameyang away, I think we are struggling. But we lead 1-0 here, and it's deservedly so. However, my words, I mean, talk about, wanting a good start for Samba in goal. The first shot he faced from veteran Kevin Gamero goes in, and it is 1-1. And then Gamero pops up again with another goal. So Strasbourg have had 2 shots, and they've scored twice. Samba is yet to make a save. Not a good start from my shot stopper. I was hoping that he would give me confidence. I'm not seeing that yet. Saar would bring us back level after a lung-busting run. He finds the back of the net. But on the stroke of half-time, Strasbourg are working the ball in the box. Lodi gives it away, and they get to work. Omar finds the far corner. And I'm not joking. Strasbourg have had 3 shots and have scored 3 goals, and now make that 4 for 4. He has not made a save. Bryce Samba has not made a save. Have I made a massive mistake here? Have I brought in someone that's worse than Paul Lopez? I don't know. We bring it back to 4-3. Correa taps in from a couple yards out. And then with practically the last kick of the game, Guendouzi's header goes wide of the far post. And it is going to be a defeat once again. And I tell you, we are struggling. I mean, I brought in Bryce Samba, and I felt like it was a good move. I thought he would bring me confidence in my goalkeeping situation. but he's done the opposite. He's conceded 4 goals or 4 shots. That is worse than Lopez. Maybe I've made a mistake here. I'll be patient with him for sure, but we still remain fifth. I mean, it's not going well at all. I mean, I say it's not going well. Look at Mets, 2 points from 18 games. That's outrageous. Wow, that is bad. 2 draws, 16 defeats. We are fifth, 21 points off PSG at the top of the league. They have won 17 from 18. And we're actually falling away. You know, we're a point behind Monaco, but 11 points behind Stade Rennes in third. So already this is looking like a write-off season. The challenge is to win the league. So it's win the league or bust for me. But unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to be doing that in the first season. But stick with it. Hopefully we can... we'll see through this season 1 and then we'll head into season 2. If you have any other transfer requests or suggestions, leave them in the comments. And of course, if you want to see these episodes a day earlier than anyone else, head over to the Patreon. The link is in the description. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Drop it a like if you are. And I'll catch you in episode 7 very soon.